Good morning, children. Welcome to Moral Science class for Standard 6. Chapter 13, The Noblest Virtue. My dear children, what do you understand by the word virtue? Virtue means a good quality, something very positive, something which can be appreciated. All the good things in you, all the good qualities are given the name as virtues. Okay, now here in this chapter we will discuss a virtue which has been regarded as the noblest, as the title itself suggests. It's a noblest virtue. So that noblest virtue is honesty. Now my dear children, you know that if you want to be trusted, be honest. It's a famous quote. If you want to be trusted by your colleagues, by your friends, by the people around you, you must be honest. Now you will ask me a question. What does it mean, being an honest? See, being an honest person means you would never tell a lie. You will practice truth. You will be very much clear about your deeds and your thoughts. Okay. So these days you might even might be listening to this sentence again and again, that there are so many dishonest people in our system, in the system of our country. Those who are working, many people are dishonest. That means those who are not practicing truth, those who are corrupt, those who are doing some illegal work are called dishonest people. But in this lesson, we will praise, we will learn to appreciate the noblest virtue, that is honesty. Okay, so let's start reading the lesson. You may refer to page 43 in your moral science textbook. An honest person always speaks the truth and can be trusted. This is very clear, and this is everyone knows this, correct? That an honest person always speaks truth and he always practices truth. Not only that, he speaks the truth from within, from his heart, he practices the truth, he speaks the truth, and that is why he can be trusted. Whom will you trust? The one who is always truthful. How difficult life would be if we could not believe what our elders, our family members, or our friends tell us. Life would be tough indeed if we could not count on the support of loved ones in times of trouble and need. Nobody likes a dishonest person. Honesty is the noblest virtue. It never lets anyone down and it can win over anybody. It makes life simple and takes us closer to God. Okay, if you practice this noblest of all the virtues, honesty, it will never let you down and you can win over any person. If you are honest, all the people around you will appreciate you, they will trust you, and you can win over anybody. Even if you are working in some company, in some office, if you are studying, if you are a student or a worker, but if you are honest, you can win anybody. It also makes our life very easy and simple. If you don't tell lies, you don't have to remember the things. Okay, if you are not very complex in your behavior, if you are very simple and sober, then the people would love you. And the above all these things, the honesty takes us closer to God. That is very important. The more honest you are, the more closer and closer you are to the God. So honesty is the first chapter in the book of wisdom, as is said by Lord Buddha. So if you ever find the book of wisdom, means if you are wise, if you are good, if you are a sincere person, and if you find a book on wisdom, what would be the first chapter in that? The honesty would be the first chapter in the book of wisdom. Is the first step towards being a wise person. That means you are an honest person. Every father and mother wants their child to be honest. Now, see, only if you talk of honesty and if you yourself are not honest, that is not good. If you tell lies to your parents, then no mother or father would appreciate. So, every father and mother wishes, what do they wish? They wish that their child should be honest, transparent. We should not hide anything from our parents, my dear children. You should be very honest. We would rather buy things from an honest shopkeeper than from a cheat. Okay, so in our day-to-day life also, from whom would you like to buy the things? If you are going for shopping, would you go to the shopkeeper who is cheating? You would never go to his shop. So everyone would like to buy the things from an honest shopkeeper. No one would go to a cheating person. Honesty is a very essential element of our character. Essential means what? Necessary. It is a very, very necessary element, part of our character. Without this quality, our character is like a house without bricks. Okay. If there is a house and there are no bricks, then it would be a hollow house, correct? The same way, our character without honesty is similar to that of a house which is without bricks. You know, even the truth cannot stand up if you are not honest. Okay. At, and at all times, you must speak the truth. You know about the life of Gandhiji. He always practiced what? Truth and none but truth. He was always following the path of truth. If you are truthful, you will be benefited in numerous ways you don't know. But if you are truthful, you do not be even, you don't have to fear anybody. Now there is a story. Long ago, there lived a great and powerful king. He loved his people and ruled wisely. The people admired and respected him. Admired, what is the meaning of admired? Praised. The people praised their king and they also respected him. The king loved nature and flowers most of all. Now this king liked and he loved what? Flowers most of all. He enjoyed growing plants, trees and flowers. Everything he planted grew and bloomed as if by magic. This king loved nature so much that whatever he planted, whatever he planted in his garden, it grew and it blossomed so well as if it was done by magic. The king had no children. As he grew older, he wanted to choose his successor. What is the meaning of successor? The one who comes behind. So the king must have an heir. You can say another word is an heir. Successor. So the king was growing old now and he had no children. So he wanted someone who would look after his kingdom. He wanted his successor, that who would rule after this king's death. Now, as the king loved flowers, he decided that flowers would help him choose his heir. What is the spelling of what's the pronunciation? Heir. What is the spelling? H-E-I-R. Here H is silent. Heir means the one who inherits the legacy of a person is called an heir. He invited everyone to come to his palace on a certain day. Okay, so what he did, he invited all the people, everyone, to come to his palace. Thousands of people came to the palace in the hope of being chosen as the heir. So many people came, thousands of people came. Why? They wanted to become the heir to the king. Among them was a little girl called Serena. She was full of wonder when she saw the grand palace. Now there was a little girl named Serena, and when she saw the king's grand palace for the very first time, she was full of wonder. She had never seen this type of palace before. The king said to all the people, "Here are some seeds of flowering plants for all of you." Okay, the king was fond of flowers. So, what he kept? He kept some seeds there of different flowers, plants. So, he said that, okay, these are the seeds for you all. Now, come back next year with what you have grown from these seeds. So the king offered them those seeds and told them that now go home and plant sow these seeds, and after a year you have to come here, means come back here next year with what you have grown from this seeds. Okay, so like this the king invited everyone to his palace and offered them what? Seeds of flowering plants. So my dear children, we have read this lesson till here, and the rest of the lesson will be reading in the next video. You read this lesson yourself for your better understanding. Have a nice day.